Welcome back. We are going to look at how to open a document inside Notability when we have something somewhere else that we want to be able to edit in here. So we are going to do that from a few different places. The first, and probably one of the most common, is Google Docs. So if you pull up any sort of Google Doc and you have it in the editing mode, from the three dots at the top, you can click Share and Export and send a copy. Now, this is going to look like you're trying to email a copy and then it's just letting you select from those two different format options like it does on the computer. But once you choose one, specifically PDF will work well in this case. We can then see all the different places that we can send it to, including Notability. So if I click the Notability app, I can have an option of creating a new note or adding it to something that already exists. I will create a new one. I can specify a title here if I want. I can also put it in a subject directly. So instead of having to move it around later, if I want it in weather, I can put it in weather right now and import it there. It will do that on its own. And if I now go back to Notability, I should see one show up in weather and my new note is there. You'll also notice down at the bottom, it is backing that note up now to my different backup areas. The other place that we might import notes from is Gmail. So sometimes you'll have an email and a colleague will send you something and you want to open this document in Notability to edit. It will most often open in a different way. So in Gmail, it tries to open it in Google Drive. We can do the same thing. We can say send a copy, and then we can choose Notability again. It'll follow that same format. We can create a new note, tell it where to go. And after we do that, it will show up in the right place. The last place that you may have to do it from frequently is from Google Classroom. So Google Classroom will open things just the same way. It will open it in its own window. You can click the button at the top right with the box with the arrow that will open it again in Google Drive to view the same options. We can again send a copy and send it to Notability from there. Additionally, we have this option with any type of Google Doc. So up here, if we open a slideshow, we have the same option. We can open it in Google Slides. Once again, share and export, send a copy as a PDF. And once again, we can send it to Notability as a new note, or we can insert it on top of something else. The one difference with this one is once we put it somewhere, we can decide what pages to import. So this file happened to have a bunch of blank white slides in between, so I can choose not to import those and just import the two that I wanted. When we get to Notability, it's going to put it in its own format as well as it can. PDFs will work the best. Notice for Google Slides, it put my two slides on top of each other and then continued with my patterned background. You can do this from almost anywhere that you can share. If you choose to share to Notability, that workflow of importing the note, deciding its title and its location, and then sending it there will work the same way. Have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.